Hi. No, I just have my bonnet on. Hi. I'm making a um like this vest thing. Hold on, I'll show you. This vest. But in the Big Twist jack-o'-lantern colored. Hi. Exactly. It's like that spooky season. Hello. You know, despite how bad Bill Cipher was, in my opinion, I thought he was still pretty cool. Like, personality crap. I do actually sell my stuff. I haven't updated my Etsy in a while. I will after the 26th. But my link to my Etsy shop is in my link tree. If you want to go check it out. Go, Joe. Yeah, no problem. So I've been knitting since I was 8 years old. But I've started crocheting like about a year, almost 2 years ago. That's a pretty weird town from what I've heard. Thanks. Honestly, like, okay. When I go on like TikTok or YouTube or Instagram to like look at crochet stuff, I always like look how fast they're like going, and I always feel like a little bit insecure because like I would say I'm still kind of new to the game. Um I'm still kind of new to the game, so I feel like I'm always going like slower than what most people do. Yes, it's kind of like a sweater. Actually here. That's what I'm making, but in Halloween colors. So kind of, I don't know. I did make a Halloween sweater. I just dropped that video last week if you want to go check it out. Or no, sorry. Misinformation. I'll be dropping it this week. I'm still waiting on the editor. But yes, I did make a Halloween sweater. This is for me. I have this cute little dress that I want to pair it with next weekend. Here. I'll show you the dress. Because I'm going to be going to a pumpkin patch, which I'm super, super excited for, because I haven't been to a pumpkin patch in literal years. So, hold on. Just give me 1 second. Ah, hi, I'm back. This is the dress I want to pair it with. Here. This is the main part. Like, honestly, those are my career goals are still kind of up in the air. It kind of just depends on where I'm going to be at after I graduate college. Like where I'm sorry. Where I'm going to be at college. Thanks. So I'm currently taking business management. I want to do something with business. I'm not sure whether I want to go into HR or accounting. Heck, even just like regular management. But I definitely do know that like once I finish this particular degree, I'm going to continue my education in something business specific. I just don't know what yet, and I'm kind of just chosen to wait till I'm closer to finishing that degree to decide whether or not I'm going to continue or decide what I'm going to continue in. Actually, believe it or not, I am a huge introvert. Little fun fact about me. Like it's different like when I'm in front of the camera, I guess, because I'm also alone in my room besides the occasional little one appearance. But out in public, I'm very anxious, I'm very quiet, I'm like kind of reserved and I keep to myself. Which is kind of funny because like my friend that I was hanging out with this past weekend, she's like a huge extrovert. Give me a second. So like shoot, lost my train of thought. Oh, so her and I were hanging out and there was like this kid that called out to us and they were just like yelling from like their window and I just like froze up. Thanks, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Hold on. You guys are coming with me. Ooh. Ah, sorry. What's up?
iPhone 15 Pro Max. No. iPhone SE 3rd gen.
And so what would you say to those who say, Harris is running a little bit more of a
I just started streaming on this platform literally like today, but I've been kind of on and off on TikTok. since heck forever.
Just trying to figure out which one's the best
And so,
deal.
what do you think Wisconsinites need to
Because
keep
we
in
don't
mind
really have a
as kind of
trade-in.
you mentioned some
No.
safety
Because I have
issues,
that
anything else
broken
like
phone is what I have.
Yeah, that's true.
If you think it's okay to have a president of the United States
16
who
Pro
is a
Max.
pathological liar, I guess you could vote for Trump.
Well, with
If you
Charlie,
think
they're
it's
trade-in.
okay to have somebody who is undermining American democracy,
I would either get a 14 or 15.
insurrection in order to try to
I know 15s are probably going to be cheaper now that the 16's out.
unprecedented
Yeah, but they're 20 bucks, 21 bucks a month.
But if you think that women
It's
have
true.
the right to control their own bodies, if you
23
think
bucks
that
a month.
climate change is real, if you think we need an economy that works
iPhones, no trade-in required. iPhone 15, that's just a 15.
Yeah, that's not bad though.
11 bucks.
And I would hope the Wisconsinites think hard about it and support Kamala.
Ellie, thank you. Tonight at 10, we will have a further breakdown of today's event. Now let's get a look at your first one forecast with meteorologist Trace Cummings, please.
And we got a little bit of hail this afternoon out of Mount Horeb. Thank you for this photo. It was absolutely beautiful. Thank you again, Tection, for this. You can see that small hail there. You can send any photos by
Just give me a second, I'll answer that in a second.
over to our website in the weather tab. The shower and thunderstorm activity has really died down. A few lightning signatures still being picked up across parts of Jefferson, Rock, as well as Walworth counties. I would say the strongest part of this line of showers and thunderstorms is just between us in Janesville and us in Delavan. So we're going to continue to watch this, but we're not expecting
That is a lot of gigabytes.
But we did get plenty of much needed rain. Again, most
512?
areas have only picked up about
Yeah.
1/100th of an inch of rain up to this point for the month. 30s and 40s tonight.
It's up to you, though.
We are tracking the return of rain as
Don't
well
want
as covering
pink, I know that.
news after the break.
We can get black. Black is a supreme color anyway. Sorry about that. Okay. So to answer your first question, that's fine.
If I upgrade to the freaking 512, that's when it's 20 bucks a month.
Yeah.
So it's 10 bucks more a month.
To get the 512.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, that one should be fine anyway. So to answer your first question, I do this more as a hobby. I don't really earn money from YouTube, which is fine. I just enjoy like recording and not really editing. That's why I have an editor. Editing and not editing, creating and like crocheting for you guys on YouTube and just like messing around and having fun. And then to answer your second question, we are getting a kind of like home phone type deal. Home phone type deal. So, okay, we're good. So, yeah. Cool. I've never had any personal issues with the Virgo. I'm personally a Pisces. I will be having dinner in about 15 minutes. And I'm thinking about maybe having some, mini tacos. Which I know is not the healthiest thing. However, they are pretty good. They do taste really good, so. Okay. I'm kind of having background noise on the background, just so it's not like completely dead silent in here. Thank you. I try to be kind. I mean, I'm kind to those who don't give me a reason to not be kind, if that makes any sense. You know? Give me 1 second, guys. You guys still there? But yeah. Awesome. Thank you for so much for you guys being here. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I do appreciate you guys just coming in here and chilling with me. Much love. But yeah, going back to that previous comment, yeah, I don't like judging people. I don't judge people based on like looks. I judge based on personality and behaviors. So like if you're a really crappy person, or really shitty person, I should say. Okay, enjoy your night. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. But I only judge people based on their personality. So if they have a shitty personality, I'm gonna judge the fuck out of you because you're obviously a crappy person. Like, you need to learn that your behavior is not acceptable. So, anyway, that's my philosophy. Okay, on a complete side note, I don't know if you guys can really hear the background noise, but they were just talking about how, like, in a healthcare facility, you don't say the Q word, because it usually wreaks havoc. And what can I say from experience? That is absolutely true. Oh my god, so one time, I said the Q word, and I was working in a nursing home, and literally like 10 call lights were going off. Someone fell on the floor. We had a bunch of freaking behaviors during rounds, people fighting us, yelling at us. It's absolutely nuts. they're not kidding. Like when like healthcare workers talk about our superstitions, that's because they're true. And it's kind of funny too, because when I took my psychology class in high school, they were saying how like there was no direct correlation with like for example, the full moon and working in health and people being more crazy on the full moon. And I remember I was talking to one of my nurses about that, and it's like they have obviously never worked in healthcare before. Like, it's crazy. Like, I remember one full moon, there was this one lady who would not stay in bed. And all she kept doing was sneaking out of her room to go steal stuff from the kitchen. Like, that was a fun night. That was such a fun night. Hi! I knit and I crochet. Although I do prefer crocheting because it does go faster. So like the only time that I really knit now is on my knitting machine. Which honestly I should make another garment on there. Especially with it being spooky season. I can make like knitted pumpkins. That'd be cute. Nice to meet you too. So usually with like one of the biggest differences between knit and crochet is like tools used. So with crochet it's usually one hook. Knitting is 2 needles. And usually with like knitting there's only really like 2 types of stitches. Like yeah, you can do different variations of those stitches. I could be wrong about that, but you can like manipulate the stitches to make like different looks of the stitches, but really it's just okay. Let me show you because I'm obviously not explaining it right. So let's take this garment for example. If you can see, they kind of look like U's or V's. Usually like with knitting they only make like that V shape. With crochet, we'll use this garment, you can do different types of stitches. Like you can manipulate the yarn more to do what you want it to do, if that makes any sense. Like if you're just straight up looking at a garment. But usually the big difference is like the tools used. I hope that makes sense. Awesome. I know sometimes like I'll go on rambles trying to explain something, and sometimes it just comes out a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm making a like sweater top thing out of this pattern book. So I'm making that, but in Halloween colors. So I'm using Big Twist Value yarn. They've came out with a bunch of, or they came out with their Halloween yarn this year plus 2 new colors. So I finally found this after searching since August when they initially came out with these, and I finally found it. I only got 3 of them because that's all they had, but I finally found this. This was the last color to my collection. Thanks. What's up? I'm just chilling. We just chilling. Honestly, like, how do I explain this? I like crocheting better than knitting because, like, yes, knitting is kind of easy to. That's not fair of her. She should be teaching ya. But knitting takes a lot longer than crocheting does. Yes. I do knit as well, but I mainly knit on the knitting machine because it's faster than regular knitting. Even though, like, I do agree that knitting does take a lot less yarn. But, I like how much faster crocheting goes. Plus, I like how I can, like, make more different types of stitches to make more designs than I could with knitting. I don't know, and it just, like, does something to my little brain, too. Chat. If you like what you see on live stream, you can always subscribe to my YouTube channel. I create yarn content like every week, or I try to. This is I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of like a substitution for this week's video because this week's video is running very, very late. So, thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Love you so much. But yeah, this week's video is kind of running a little bit late, so I'm kind of just going live stream, chilling with you guys, being like, no stress here. No stress here. But I do want to start going live streaming more often. But the thing about... I'm perfectly fine with that. We're going to be making a blanket sometime this week to celebrate 100 subscribers. And each one of you guys are going to be represented in the stitch in the blanket, so... that'll probably happen like Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. One of those 3 days. I've been pretty busy last week, so... yeah. You know what? Kind of valid. Especially if she's be flexing on you like that. W. W's in the chat. I was also thinking like I could start a little crochet series, like how to crochet basics. Thanks. That's really sweet of you to say. But yeah. I don't know. I just like crocheting and I like doing it in front of the camera, so. I also like that I'm able. Honestly, though, yes. Especially if you're gonna start getting into knitting and crocheting. Fun fact, I use the sewing machine on my projects. Because honestly, personally to me, like, using a sewing machine is more sturdy when you're putting garments together. I probably won't for this one, but like with most projects that I have, I actually tend to sew them. Ooh. That's a good question. I'd say if you have more patience, probably knitting. If you're like me and have the attention span of a squirrel, I would say crocheting. But that like that question is like heavily opinionated amongst different fiber artists. Like some will say crocheting's better to start with or knitting's better to start with. Like honestly, to me it depends on your personality and who you are, you know. Personally, I started with knitting because I saw a couple cute things on Pinterest that I really wanted to make, so I had a friend teach me how to do it. And then as I started getting more into knitting, I saw more crochet projects, and I was like, kind of, you know, fell into what I do now, you know? That makes any sense at all. But yeah, that's like a heavily like opinionated thing amongst the fiber artists. So no, I haven't, but I have seen like a lot of like there was this book at Joann's that I saw that was like Halloween cross stitching, and I was like, I'll answer that second comment in a second. So yeah, I saw like this little pattern book at Joann's about cross stitching, which made me kind of want to get into cross stitching. Plus, like on TikTok, they've been like pushing cross stitching with crocheting too, and you can make a lot of cool detailed patterns by mixing the two up. So I want to get into it and learn about it. It's just I don't necessarily have the time right now. I do actually sell little plushies at the farmer's market. So when the farmer's market is done on the 26th, I will be putting all my leftover stuff onto my Etsy site. So I have some plushies, a couple face scrubbies, washcloths, hats. I have lots of hats to sell. couple sweaters, things like that. So that'll be coming up after the 26th. Depends on the product you are buying. So my cheapest item that I have to sell are probably my scrunchies. Those are $3. And then the highest priced one is my sweater vest, which I think is $61. So scrunchies are like, how do I describe them? They're ponytails, but they have like a thing of fabric around them. So like when they're like not stretched out, they kind of scrunch up. Yeah, you can make so many cool things with the combination of cross-stitching and knitting, or crocheting and cross-stitching. Like there's this one video I saw on TikTok about this like crocheter who mostly does like, what's the word? Oh, gaming stuff. And she was like doing a cross stitching for in theme of Stardew Valley, which I thought was really cool, which made me kind of want to get into it, and I kind of wanted to make a Fallout pillow based on it. But again, I have like too many projects I need to get working on, so that will be a way later project. Probably when season 2 comes out. The hats are $11, I believe. I think it's maybe $10 on Etsy. I don't know. I have not checked. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I haven't checked my Etsy in a long time. I've been like so focused with the farmer's market that I've kind of haven't been paying much attention to it. But I will be taking a closer eye once the season is over. I'm kind of like doing a lot of things at once, so I kind of had to push something off to the side so that way I'm not overloading myself and giving myself burnout. Oh yeah, of course. That's why I had to like take a break from it and be like, all right, something's gotta give. We'll start with that one. Because taking care of your mental health is so important too. And thank you. Depends on the day. I'm gonna be honest, like, there are some days where I don't have a chance to make anything. Because, like, I don't know if you guys know, but I am currently attending college, as well as working a full-time job. Or not full, well, partially full-time. It's kind of weird. And, doing YouTube and trying to run the small business. So sometimes it's just hard to, like, make time to finish products. So I would say it kind of depends on the day. No, keep asking questions. I like engaging in conversation with you guys. You guys, this is awesome. This is literally awesome. I like engaging in conversations like this. Ooh. Oh, that is a good question. Ooh, let me adjust my feet real quick. So I've only made like sea animals so far. I'm thinking about probably bringing back my sea turtles because people have been obsessed with my sea turtles. I've made whales. I want to make octopi. But animals from different series, I would like to. Especially, like, I know FNAF's gonna be coming out with a new movie sometime within the next 5 years. I also want to come out with FNAF sweaters too. Pokemon. I didn't think about doing Pokemon. That would be a good idea. I would have to see. Why did I start crocheting? That is also a good question. I've liked knitting. But okay, so here's a quick story about my fiber artist timeline. So I started knitting when I was like 8 years old. And once I hit freshman year, I kind of just stopped doing it for a while because I started losing my attention span. And so I kind of just started focusing on school. And like in that meantime, between freshman year and now, I did start another business that I kind of dropped because I didn't have enough time to focus on that. But then I started picking it back up in January of last year, and I made a hat, and I really forgot the joy that I got from knitting. So I decided I wanted to explore more, especially after my friend was showing me some of her crocheted projects she's made over the years. So I decided just to give it a shot and see where it takes me. So literally what I did is I grabbed 2 skeins of yarn and I looked up a random pattern on Pinterest, found a random hook at work, and I just started crocheting. And I taught myself to crochet. And it never stopped. Thanks. I did take a break though. I did not like work completely from 8 to now. But I did take like a couple year break in between there. But honestly, I really enjoy doing it. It definitely tingles something in my brain, and I think it's cool that I can literally turn this big thing of string into something like this. I find this so fascinating. Like, this is literally just, 4 big pieces of string? Maybe 6, including the ribbing? I just find that fascinating. I did get a little bit rusty when I went back into knitting. I did have to look up how to do purl stitches again. The regular knitting I never had an issue getting back into, but it was purl stitching that I forgot. So I had to look that up, and I ended up messing it up anyway. But that's fine, you know? Honestly, to me, like, when you pick up a craft, it's like riding a bike. Yeah, you may have to refresh yourself on a few things, but you always, like, know how to do it. Like, for example, like, I don't know, like, painting. I haven't painted since, I guess, would be senior year or not college. Okay. Have fun with that. Since my senior year in high school, sorry, and I could probably just pick it back up now and maybe have to refresh myself on a few techniques, but you know. But where was I going with that thought? But there's some like skills that I do have that I actually incorporate into what I do. For example, when I design a sweater. Welcome back. When I design a sweater, I will design it initially on my iPad. I'll use like a pre-existing like female or male model, and I'll design a sweater and just use different techniques to make the sweater how I envision it in my head. I do one size fits most, especially with my sweaters. I usually tend to stay away from projects and patterns that are size inclusive. What about yeah, I did see a pattern on Pinterest for like they were supposed to take they're allegedly takes an hour and a half to make, and they're made with blanket yarn. I think those would be great. In fact, I do have a couple ideas on like what color combinations I can do for them, especially with spooky season being around, but I don't think those slippers would come out this year. I think those would be more of a next year thing. But yeah, I tried to do more. I shouldn't say inclusive, I should say exclusive, I think. I think that's the word I'm looking for. I want to, like, sell things that most people can wear. If that makes any sense. That's why I tend to do things that are one size fits most. Because, like, I want my page to be inclusive for everybody. I want someone to be... You're good. I want people to feel welcome on my channel no matter who you are. We'll see you when you get back. No matter who you are. I want this to be a safe space for everybody and a nice, positive community that, like, when the world gets too loud or too scary, you can just come to a place and it's just quiet and calm and just overall chill, positive vibes. That is my ultimate goal with this channel. Ooh. I low-key kind of hate this phone stand though. It like doesn't tighten at all, so it's kind of hard to like keep my phone in one place. you want some?
Hmm?
Do you want some?
Not really.
Okay.
You're probably taking the rest of work, right?
Probably if you don't want any.
I'm gonna go get some to eat.
Okay. Temperature wise?
350, 370.
Oh, it's already at 370. Okay. Yeah. I still am gonna not go in on that Tuesday.
I understand.
Because even the one nurse I was telling you about,
Mhm.
she said to exit quickly.
Yeah.
Because they're actually going to court for that.
Yeah. Which nurse said to exit quickly?
I'm not gonna say your name because I'm live streaming.
Oh, one of your coworkers.
Yeah, ex-coworkers.
Why are you live streaming right now?
Because I can.
The house is a freaking mess.
They can't see the house.
How can I not see the house?
I don't think they care either. But anyway, yeah.
I'm gonna clean my room when I get back and then I'll work on the kitchen.
Okay. I will do the bathroom on Monday.
Okay.
See, people are saying the house looks great.
Yeah, right. Middle of construction looks great. At least there's not a hole in the floor anymore.
Yeah. It's progress.
I'm not gonna buy that Apple phone because
Okay.
I'm not spending that much money.
Okay, that's fine.
That's way too much money.
That's okay.
You wanna look at the other ones or not? So I'm not buying an Apple phone.
Okay.
So Dad always does lower high end price.
Thank you, chat, by the way.
So
They said the house looks great.
and we want no trade in.
Do we need to look for a phone right now?
I guess not.
Because what I want to do then is I want to look up the camera quality of those phones then.
That's what I was gonna do. So I have a Moto, I have a Galaxy. It's a Galaxy also. I don't want a folding razor, I know that. That's 3 different Motorola. And we wanted to look at camera and video. They're all 50 megapixels, right?
Plus 12. It's higher the megapixels, the better the camera quality, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go back to devices and we can find something.
So currently we are looking for a house phone type deal. And we currently don't have one. What I'm streaming on currently is an iPhone 13.
see that one as a shitty phone.
Okay. Not mad about that. Do you mind comparing the Pixel to like the iPhone 13?
Okay. So we're in a Pixel 8A.
Yeah. I just want to see how it compares to what I currently got.
What do you have?
I think an iPhone 13.
We'll compare it to the iPhone.
Just do the iPhone 13. It's on the
Let's
bottom.
do the 15. The one that you wanted.
I know, but I want to compare it to what I currently have.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. To see if the camera quality is better or worse. You see what I'm saying?
And what was the other one?
I think it was a Google G8. Or Pixel 8A. What?
This is an iPhone.
Yep.
iPhone and Pixel 8A. Screens are all the same size.
Oh. It's actually better. I do. You want to see them? Holy cow, that's actually better. That might be it. Hold on. Oh, perfect. Dorito, they want to see you. Yeah. Yeah. Don't mind the background. Okay, hold on. Dorito doesn't like to be on camera a lot. You'll mostly see little one on my channel because she is an attention whore and loves the camera. But this is Burrito. He's my talker. He went out now. He's mad I picked him up. But I have a total of 3 cats. So little one's the most featured on my channel because, like I said, she loves being on camera. And then Dorito, he's my talker. Burrito, yeah, that's his nickname. Dorito and Burrito. And then Varjax, she does not like anybody, so she always hides. She's always hiding because she hates people and hates cats and anything that's not her. Woo. That's a little bit of a lie. She tolerates Xena, which Xena's been featured once or twice on my channel too, so yeah. Yeah. Each one has their own little personality. Which honestly, I'm surprised little one has not come up yet. Normally when I'm recording, she always has to be in front of the camera. Like, always. So I'm surprised she's not even here yet. I will probably hop off soon because I do got to get ready for work and eat. But I'm thinking... I love that. Little princess. I do got to eat and get ready for work. But for about an hour now. I will probably go, depending how I feel tomorrow morning, I will probably end up going live streaming from 7:30 to 11. So if you want to join me tomorrow again too, Much love. Other than that, I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you next time.